Hey, what's up guys? Kris Krohn here. Happy to be joining you YouTube Live. What's up YouTube Nation? Listen up. Today we're going to be talking about how to launch a successful business right now during the coronavirus. Why? Did you hear that unemployment is up to 22 million? And what are you going to do? Wait for a boss to give you a job? You got to take matters in your own hands. So we're going to talk about how you own your financial future. This is my number. We're going to be interacting with each other right on my cell phone. What I need you to do is text 385-217-3477. By the way, just hop on right now and give me a shout out and say, "What's up, Kris?" And fortunately, I've got one cell phone, so I've got my team here that is basically going to take relevant questions to today's conversation. And I'm going to talk about how you guys rock it in business. So I'm really excited to kind of share this with y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just kind of hopping on my text thread right now, and I just want to get some shout outs and say hi to some of you that are joining me live right now. We've got Austin Sheehan. What's up, buddy? Jason Castadad. What's up? Glad to have you here. And we're going to have many more of you joining here as we just get going. So first of all, check it out. We know that unemployment is literally at 22 million. And it was only like 4% a month ago at the start of March. You look at how far we've come, and what was unemployment during the Great Depression? Well, with 166 million people in the workforce today, we would need 40 million out of work. We're at 22 million. So guess what? That was a 25% unemployment rate. We are 13% out of 25%, which means we're 60% there, all right? All right, let me just kind of hop on here. Let me see who else we got to do some shout outs and say hi. We got Ezekiel. What's up, man? Glad to have you on. Thank you for being here. And for those of you that are just hopping on, this is my phone number. So text me. It just shows up right here. 385-217-3477. Text me if you want to join in today's conversation. Now, you're going to be able to text me any questions you want, but the only text that I'm going to be responding to during this YouTube Live is literally how to launch a successful business right now. Part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I have a special training coming up on April 30th, and I want you to actually be aware of this, and I want you to get ready and make sure that you register for it, because I'm going to be literally taking 90 minutes and sharing with you everything that it takes to crush it in business. As in, just yesterday, one of my buddies from YouTube was talking to me and he said, "Kris, I just lost my job, and I don't know how I'm going to take care of my family." And I committed to him. I said, "I'm going to work with you for the next 30 days, and I'm going to get you earning 6 figures." Which means that I've got 30 days for him to earn $8,000 in take-home cash as a business owner. So that's the conversation that we're going to be having today. Sahib Gill, what's up? Jordan Eastman, dude, thank you for hopping on and joining. Avanti White, welcome. Glad to have you guys here. Joe Pardo, Wendy Stevens from Sarasota, what's up? Listen, so guys, whether you're joining on YouTube, whether you're joining on Instagram or any of our other social platforms, very excited to have this conversation. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive in right now. I'm giving my phone to my team right here, so they're going to moderate my phone for me, and as you have questions that are relevant to this conversation, we're going to be diving in. So, how do you launch a successful business now? First of all, I need you to understand that some businesses suck. As in, like during economic winter, they shouldn't be in business, and only winter can reveal who should and who shouldn't be in business. There are other businesses that are thriving right now, right? But overall, we know this. There's a lot of sensitivity on this topic, because some of you watching today, you have lost your jobs. And you want to know, I need to be able to provide for my family. You know, it just sickens me right now. In the bread lines, actually, you've got farmers that are throwing milk away. They're throwing their vegetables away because they have no one to sell to, because the restaurants are shutting down. They're out of business. The school cafeterias don't need food anymore. And yet we have other people who are going hungry. Government is doing some level of work for stimulus, but let me ask you, and I want you to comment right now and light me up, and I want you to give me a big yes or a big no. My question to you is, do you want to rely on someone else for your financial well-being? Do you want to rely on charity? Do you want to rely on government? Do you want to rely on neighbors? Do you want to rely on family? And I hope the answer is no, Kris. I want to actually learn how to be self-reliant. I want to know how to take care of myself financially. So I'm going to actually start delivering some of that right now that I want you to be aware of. As we talk about how to kill a business, I'm going to give you some of the principles and rules that are missing in the world today. Here's the first one. Margin. What is margin? Well, first of all, I want you to text and let me know if you want to be self-reliant, if you have a business or you need a better business with a better margin, I want you to let me know. Do you know what the typical margin in business is? A typical margin is, I always think in dollar signs, is 10%. The problem with the 10% margin is that if there are 30 days in a month, then the first 90% is all about paying your bills. So 27 of 30 days is working just to not die. The last 3 days of the month, you actually make a little bit of money. This is normal. This is what 90% of businesses have. They have a 10% margin. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to kill you. And if you're out of business, or you've been put out of business, or you're laid off, it is because your business either has a low margin, or they simply don't have a product that works in the coronavirus, which means you have to pivot, which is point number 2 that I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about how you pivot in your own financial life and ways that you can pivot. Okay, so check it out. With margin, I believe that a company, even to get me out of bed in the morning, you've got to have at least a 50% margin. And here's what I love about 50%. It means that if I bring in $1, I get to keep 2/4. I get to keep 50%. If I bring in $100,000, I get to keep what? I'm going to pay myself $50,000. If this margin is not available, I don't play. You can't get me excited. You can't get me actually wanting to engage in that business. Not unless there's a partnership with someone else carrying the load with me or something like that. So this is just what is missing for most people in business right now, is that they're actually missing margin. Now, by the way, would you like to see 25 businesses that have a 50% margin that you can do in your backyard? If the answer is yes, check it out. I'm going to be sharing my top business hacks at my live masterclass, and I want you to register for it because I'm going to share 25 businesses that all have a 50% margin, and they're all in your backyard, meaning wherever you live, in your backyard, in your neighborhood, you've got the ability to produce 6 figures, meaning take care of your financial family. So kriskrohn.com/business secrets. That's April 30th, noon Mountain Standard Time. Get registered. We are only going to have room for 400 people on that. And we've got a lot of you that are joining us right now. So let me just do a couple more shout outs. Who do we have that's joining team? Here's my phone.
Davis Miller,
Trevor Kramer, what's up, buddy? Carson Sherpa, I like that. Austin Sheehan, David Tarrin, Brandon Rosenbaum, Alberto Martinez, James Green. Guys, check it out. Thank you for texting me at this number here. I want you to save that phone number, and you can text me anytime you want. Know that I get a lot of texts, so it might be a little bit before I get back in touch with you, but I want to hear your questions. And what I love to do is I love to help people figure out how to succeed and grow a business. Now, by the way, right now, if you have a relevant question to what I'm talking about right here, my team's going to sift through all your texts, find it, and we're going to have a conversation about that, because I want you to get smarter. Now, I want to say something about this 50% margin, and then I want to talk about pivot. First of all, if you're saying, Kris, it's too hard to find a 50% margin, I would say you're not wrong. I would say if you don't have that margin, don't engage in business. Don't play, right? It means you're going to turn down a lot of opportunities, and I want you to say no. Those no's will save you heartache. They will save you lots of effort, only in exchange for a little money. I would rather wait for the right opportunity to come along. So let me break down 50% margin a little bit more. Let's just say for a moment that you found a way, one of my 25 businesses I'm going to share with you, I'm going to actually teach you how to hack into local handyman business. Here's what's great about a handyman or construction. They don't do online marketing. If they did, they would kill it and could make 5 or 10 times more money. So take something simple. Take house painting, right? Someone wants their house painted. Right now, I can literally show you how to go online and for about $5 to $10 a lead, generate someone in your city that says, paint my house. Here's the great thing about painting a house. You can pay someone else to do the whole job, but it is what is called a high margin business. Like, let me give you an example. Let's just say for a second that I am posting, let's just say I'm getting 10 leads a day for someone that wants something simple, house painting. Now, by the way, I get it, you don't want to be a house painter. I don't want you to be a house painter too. I want you to be a hustler. I'm going to teach you how to hustle. This is what 6-figure and 7-figure hustling looks like. I can produce 10 leads a day at $10 a lead. So guess what? I'm making an investment into $100 for 10 leads because it's $10 a lead. 10 leads, $10 each, it's $100. But I can also tell you that 1 in 5 jobs gets booked. And on average, it's a $4,000 job. Do you know that you can pay people, right now, there's unemployment lines, so guess what, people want work. You can pay to have this whole house painted easily for $2,000 to a grateful person that is glad to do the project. But look at this, there's $2,000 left over. Who gets that? That's you as the business owner with a 50% margin, because $2,000 is half of $4,000. That, my friend, is a 50% margin. And by the way, if you were booking 2 jobs a day, what's 2,000 times 2 jobs? That's $4,000. By the way, how would you feel if you were making $4,000 a day? It'd feel pretty good, wouldn't it? Guess what? This is an example of what's out there. But guess what? This is just one of 25 proven businesses that I have. And on April 30th, I'm going to share those 25 businesses. And I'm going to actually share how you access proven ads, proven whatever. And why am I doing this? Dude, check it out. You know that in my game, come over here. There are 3 secrets to success. And by the way, Kris and Colton and Carson, if you guys get any questions that are relevant to what we're talking about here, I want you to go ahead and bring it up so that we can have a dialogue about it. Guys, I'm inviting you to ask me questions right now. Do you have a question, Kris?
I do.
All right. Here, where's my cell phone? What's the name?
Carson Sherpa, 930. How do you find customers when you can't meet the people?
Okay, so Carson Sherpa. The reason why I kind of like your name, Carson, just got to scroll back here. Kris, I'm going to have to help you because there it is, 936.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Boy, you have a lot of questions. Here, I want you to find it for me because there's a lot of text coming in, okay? You find it for me and you put it in my hand. And we'll get to you in a moment. So, there are 3 ways for me to have like big picture mega financial success. And I want to give you this map real quick that will answer a lot of your questions. I am a dude or a dudette. Maybe I'm a dude with long hair. And what I do is I got a job. And the purpose of the job is to earn money. But the problem in having a job and earning money is that I'm trading my time for money. And this is a problem. If you only trade time for money, you are busted. You'll never be financially successful enough to walk away and have money continuing to come in. So when you're trading time for money, you need to make sure that you are able to save that money. And when you save that extra money, the question is, what do you do with it? I do 3 things with it. The first thing that I do is I invest in me. For the same reason that people go to college, which means I've got to actually develop my mindset. I've got to access mentors, courses, coaches, hacks. Someone here, this is all about this word, which is my favorite. How did I become so successful and financially free at 26? I accessed shortcuts. What were my shortcuts? I tapped into other people who had made $10 million in real estate, 3 of them. I learned their secrets and then I did it. What else do you do with the money that you save? I put that money into real estate. Now, real estate is you're going to want to take notes on this, school is in session. It is a passive investment. Passive means no work, but I get paid money. And then the third thing that I do is I put money into building businesses that ultimately can run themselves. Businesses with a 50% margin, like I'm going to be teaching about on April 30th, This is not a passive investment. This is what is called active income. And I just described over here how if you spent, how many of you, would you spend $100 to get 2 deals that pay you $4,000 and you get to keep half of that money at the end of the day? That's what I'm talking about here. You need a passive income, you need active income, and so we're talking about both those. Okay, who do we got?
Austin Sheehan, last message.
Okay, Austin Sheehan. How do you recommend finding customers when we can't meet up with people? You know what? I love this question, Austin. There was this thing invented called the internet. And here's what's so cool about the internet. Even before the internet, like, do you have one of these little black boxes? I know you do, don't lie. This little black box, it has the internet in it. And it's in my pocket, and then it talks to a satellite, a machine in space. It allows me to communicate with people all over the world. The cool thing is, you don't need face-to-face to earn business. I mean, when was the last time one of you actually got face-to-face with me? Like back when I could do events here in my event center, we would actually get face-to-face. So I'm being a little cheeky, but really, it's not to be rude. I just want you to understand that your customers are all around you, and everyone understands COVID-19. So it's about learning how to do business without getting face-to-face, which means you've got to learn how to, I'm going to actually skip to number 3. I'm going to skip pivot because I actually want you to get this one. Here's my secret to doing business successfully is it's called online leads. Am I recommending that you build a business around going door to door? No. Am I recommending that you go go to networking events? No. What you need to learn how to do is get online leads. Now here's the problem with online leads. You and I have been brainwashed for the last 2 decades on everyone saying, use the internet and sell a product and then find people that want it and set up like a Shopify store or set up an Amazon store and then sell the thing. This is such a saturated market. Dude, trust me, I make 6 figures in that space and it is so competitive, it is so hard. I am not producing 7 and 8 figures there. I will tell you where I am killing it right now. And this is a big secret for today that I'm going to be revealing for the first time on April 30th with 25 proven businesses. Do you know these 25 businesses with 50% margins all share in common? They all have online leads, but they're all services, not product. They're services, not products, Austin. And while you guys are teeing up the next question, Austin, I just want you to understand that if you're actually getting leads for services, especially in the home fix-up space, here's the crazy thing. I need a retaining wall. I need decorative rock. I want concrete. I want someone to paint my thing. I want garden boxes. I want someone to clean my yard. The reality is we live in a world today where we want other people to do projects that we could do, and there's enough of us now that there's a services space. However, did you know that handyman and contractors do not know how to do online marketing? They don't. So it's ripe for what we call disruption. You'll always find big money where there's disruption. That's number 4 right here. Disruption means you have to find a way to open up a market sector that doesn't exist right now. What I'm doing is I found disruption in the handyman construction space because I can generate tons of cheap online leads. And those leads are all being interfaced with this way, texting and phone calling. Frankly, kind of like what we're doing right now, right? So those are 3 of the secrets. Davis Miller, what's up, dude? All right, Davis Miller. Hey, Kris, remember the team?
Last message.
Okay, how would you scale a business like the painting one from just doing it yourself to having employees working for you and stop being an operator? Okay, Davis, dude, kudos to you. Such a smart question. Do me a favor, reach out. I want you to just text with my phone right now. Please make sure that he gets hooked up with 2 tickets to my next event as soon as our doors are open. Right now, that's going to be in August. Those are $1,500 tickets, and that's $3,000 coming your way, dude, just for asking such a super smart question. All right, so let's talk about it. This is where we as human beings are programmed to screw ourselves. Come over here. What we do is we have a lone wolf mentality, and it says, if you want it done right, do it yourself. After I made my first $1.6 million, I was doing all of my real estate myself. Plus, I actually had a full-time job. And I started pulling my head out because it got too much to do both. And it's because my dad, when I was 16 years old, he's a carpenter, he was actually working the plane, and he was building this fireplace, and he was teaching. I said, Dad, it sounds like you have an opportunity to expand your business. Why don't you get 2 crews going, 3 crews? Why don't you expand? You know what he said? He said, son, if you want it done right, don't do it yourself. And I'm like, okay, Dad knows best. I tried that until I was 26 years old. Felt like I was pulling out all of my hair, and I said, screw it. If you want it done right, don't do it yourself. So let me answer that question. The answer lies here, actually, in this 50% margin. And what I mean by that is, if you can bring in, it's right here, if I can bring in $4,000 and keep half of the money, if you've got $2,000, what does that mean? It means that you keep more money if you did the work yourself. But how many hours does it take to paint a house? Let's just say it takes 30 or 40 hours, an entire work week. You lose a week of your life so that you can have the $2,000 plus the other $1,000 that you would have paid someone else. So you get $3,000. Do you know what I want to do? Let's actually break it down a little bit more. I want you to see this. On that, this is a $4,000 paint job. It will take 1 week of one person's full-time efforts. So here's what goes on. I had to pay for the lead, and I had to pay for the materials, and we're going to say that that is $1,000, because paint is cheap. Materials are cheap. That's probably higher than it actually is. On top of that, so this is for the material, and I got to pay $1,000 for labor. This means someone's going to earn $1,000 for doing the work. Then there's going to be $2,000 left over called profit. So guess what? If you wanted to do it yourself, look, you could make the $2,000 plus the $1,000, $3,000. But this extra $1,000 to get it, you have to sacrifice something. A week of your life. Do you know what I would rather do during that week of my life? Book 5 more jobs and make $10,000. In other words, I am going to hire the work out every time. Every single time I'm going to hire it out. If you ever do any project where you're the one doing what's called fulfillment, you're screwed. By the way, that's another rule. Why do I need a 50% margin? So that I can afford not to do the work. So, number 5 is outsource. If you don't start with outsourcing out the get-go, you're going to screw yourself by locking yourself in painting houses. And you're going to go hand to mouth. You're going to earn good money, but you're going to sacrifice your time. This is about time reclamation. Good question. Thank you.
Investing in yourself.
All right, investing in yourself. This is from Jason Castrodad. That's kind of a fun name. Good morning, Kris. Recently, I ran into some money, around $100,000. How can I mentor and partner on homes with you with that amount? And if my credit is horrible, should I use any part of the money to pay off my debt? About $25,000 before contacting you. Stay safe. Love every bit of your content. Sincerely, Instagram fan, Jason Castrodad. So first of all, Jason, thank you for connecting with me. And I want to answer this question for you. I'm going to go in depth on here. So let's do this. Hope you guys are taking notes because I'm going to erase my notes. Listen, I want to get to as many of your questions as possible. We are dropping some serious nuggets. And for me to do this, Jason, right? I just want you to be aware, KrisKrohn.com/business secrets is where you can grab one of my 400 seats where I'm going to give you 25 businesses just like this. It's going to be hot. You're going to want to be there. I've never given knowledge like this out before, and I'm doing it now because I'm sick of how many people are unemployed. I've been shouting it, and I've been saying, wake up, get in charge of your financial life, and stop relying on someone else financially. You need to learn how to become self-reliant. So, Jason, let me help all you guys get his scenario right here. I feel like I need to roll up the sleeves for this one.
Go deep.
All right. It's like heating up. All right, check it out. Okay, Jason. $100,000 and bad credit. I'm just going to assume it's bad, okay? By the way, if you're sitting there saying, Jason, you're so lucky, dude, you inherited $100,000. guess what? You can connect with my team. I'll hook you up with Funding Row and go get your own 100 grand in business lines of credit. You just got to learn how to use it intelligently for things like this that I'm talking about. So by the way, the money is out there for all of you. Jason, you've got 100 grand and you want to know, can I partner with you? And you asked a little bit of a fun question for me. You said, my credit would get better if I paid off my $25,000 of debt. Are you right? No, you're not right. You're wrong. The majority of cleaning up your credit does not have to do with eliminating your debt. If you can't afford your debt, if you can't afford the monthly payments, if you don't have money coming in to take care of it, yeah, you should probably wipe it out, but not before understanding this. When I buy a house in real estate, I produce a 25% annual ROI. 6 to 8% of that is in the form of cash flow. So this is my overall ROI. This is what I actually get paid in cash. Now, if instead I have this other option of pay off debt, in fact, I want you, Carson, Jason, I want you to do something for me. I want you to tell me, what is your percentage of, what is your interest rate on this debt? Please text that right now. If it's a credit card, maybe it's at 21%. If it is student loan debt, maybe it's like 4%. It could be 0%. And the answer to that question is going to determine something. So while you're texting that in, here's what I want you to listen to. If I am trading 21% for 25%, I don't like that. So I will go and eliminate the debt. If it is low, like under 6, 7%, I'm going to keep the debt, and I'm going to say, instead I'm going to put my money in here, and I'm going to let my investment pay off of my debt. In most situations, paying off your debt is the wrong thing to do. It just depends if you got yourself into a loan shark scenario or a really nasty loan situation, and you have a job where you can actually make the payment. If no, then we're going to focus on paying off debt. If you can service the debt and it's cheap, dude, this is what I want us to be doing. I want to borrow cheap money and I want to put it into high returns. So first of all, what I do want you to understand, Jason, is my team will be in touch with you. What I want you to do is I want you to text your name, your phone number and your email address, and I'm going to have someone from my team in the next hour contact you directly and say, hey, Kris wanted me to actually give you a game plan and show you how to take $100,000 or $75,000 and how to go out there and go buy 2 or 3 homes and then multiply it to 6 homes or multiply it to 12 homes and actually start building some wealth. We're also going to have a conversation about how we get some active income going as well. So, really good question. Did we ever get a text back from Jason on the percentage? All right, well, there you go, Jason. Hopefully that was really helpful. All right, you guys got another question? All right.
Last one.
Okay, first of all, this is from Jose. Last name, Kris Krohn. I'm sorry, I didn't say it right. But Jose, here we go. How much could a person make in their first year with your program? Good question. I don't know if we're talking about real estate or if we're talking about business, so I'm just going to give you the answer for both of them, okay? Coming over here to Jason, if you have money to put up, you can start earning, I answered it, 25% on your money, which is hot. But let's say that you're not like Jason. Let's say that all you have is $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000. Then I'm going to actually show you how to do real estate in your backyard, and I'm going to show you how to do it in ways where you use little or no money at all. And I've got people like Brian last year from Oregon who bought like 18 homes. Mitch bought over 20 homes. So the reality is you can kill it as fast or as slow as you want it, but getting a mentor will speed it up and get it going faster. If it's something like what I'm talking about here on April 30th with how you can do business, making $100,000 of take-home money in a year, is that doable? 100%. Can it be a lot bigger than that? Yes. So what I want for people, what I want for you is to actually be earning 6 figures, but here's what's really important to me. Don't be spending all that money on a crazy lifestyle. You got to be investing that money, investing it into more businesses that produce more active income. You put it into more real estate, doing more passive. If you do that for a few short years, you can have anything that you want. I've been living in multi-million-dollar houses for the last 15 years, and I've been able to travel to 40 different countries and have a freaking awesome lifestyle, and own my time. I'm choosing to use my time to make a video with you. I choose to use some of my time to text you guys. Then I'm just out playing with my family and living the life of balance that works for me. So hopefully that answered your question. That was a really good one. KrisKrohn.com/business secrets is where I'm for the first time going to show you the 25 businesses. I'm going to show you how to make 6 figures, multiple 6 figures. It's something brand new. It was inspired by my buddy that is at risk of losing his job. And he's like, Kris, dude, what am I going to do? How am I going to take care of my family for? And I'm like, you know what? We're going to find a way. By the way, I've got him under my wing right now. And we're videoing literally his first 30 days to $8,000. Ryan behind the camera here is actually nodding his head because he's the one who's actually was filming it yesterday. By the way, was it awesome?
Oh, dude, it was good.
Dude, we sat on top of that mountain yesterday and started breaking it all down.
Yeah, man, it'll be good stuff.
Dude, and then I got with my brother Nick and him, and we literally opened up his accounts, started the leads, and within like the first couple of minutes, all like leads just started pouring in. And today, he is hustling to make his first 8,000 in 30 days, just to show that I can pull any one of you out of a crowd and crush this.
Bottom question from Jordan.
Okay, Jordan, what's up, Jordan Eastman? Is there a way you recommend finding accountable, reliable contractors? Do they need to be BBB or Better Business Bureau contractors? So, Jordan, I'm going to tell you right now, it is such a good question because for me, 4 out of 5 contractors suck. I can't stand working with people who are late, inaccurate, don't show up, miss appointments, take longer than they say they're going to. Like, it stinks. However, I will tell you that 20% of the ones that are out there, there's good ones. There are those that are responsible, reliable, and how you find them is, honestly, it's a little bit of trial and error. When I got going in real estate, I needed to find people to fix up my homes and do some things, and I found those that didn't work and those that did. On April 30th, I am going to be sharing some of those secrets in my live Q&A of how I do that, but just to give you something right now, it's all about the power of an interview and knowing the questions to ask. And then there's this one little secret that I do. I'm going to give it to you right now. When I think I have found a good contractor, but I'm not exactly sure, I always pay them in a bonus. So for example, it looks like this. Here it is. I kind of broke down for you $4,000 paint job, $1,000 of materials, $1,000 of labor, and $2,000 of profit. What I actually do is I say, actually, I'm not paying you $1,000. I'm actually paying you $750. And then if you get it done correctly by the deadline, then I'm going to give you a $250 bonus. So by the way, they could earn $1,000, but I always leave a part of their pay out attached to a deadline. That will turn bad people into good people, and then hopefully good people into the same good people that they are. Great question, thank you. All right, my team is scanning my text thread real quick, just looking for any other questions so that I can be here jamming and talking with you guys. Today we've been talking about 50% margin. We've been talking about a pivot, which is how do I get online leads? I'm going to be revealing that on April 30th. My brother has spent $10 million on doing lead generation projects, and a year ago he discovered this. Get out of products, get into services. On a product, you're trying to make a couple of bucks. On services, we're killing it with these 50% margins. So I'm going to be showing you how all of that works, and then we're going to show you how to do it in the space of disruption that is primed for disruption, and then how to outsource it so you preserve your time to make more money and have more play and more fun in your life. All right. Matthew Smith, how are we doing, buddy? Matthew, sorry I'm late, rushed home from work. Dude, you must have been pulling the midnight shift, dude. Can this work with bad to okay credit and up to $5,000? First of all, I haven't used my credit. I used my credit in the last 5 years one time to buy a house. And trust me, I have bought a lot of homes. So are there credit workarounds? 100%. You totally need to respond with your phone number and email, and I'll have someone from my team actually call you and then break it all down for you. Is $5,000 enough to get in the game? 100%. I'm looking for guidance as this is all new to me. So when I got started, it took me 14 hard slaving months to save up my first $5,000. I had never had $5,000 in the bank, from working full-time as an adult, and it took me 14 months to do it. And so I'm just telling you that with $5,000, there's so many options for you to actually get out there and hustle and make things work. I want a career change that will allow me to be my own boss. Boom! And I come from the engineering world. Well, Matthew, here's the good news. You're going to love April 30th because I'm going to break it down engineering style, step by step, what you need to do. So I'm really glad that you have that mindset. And yeah, so go ahead and just, by the way, if any of you are watching this thinking, Kris, I need to start making money freaking now, here's what you would text. Let me get my whiteboard again. This is what will help me. First of all, I want to connect with you, and I want to answer your questions, but at some point you're going to say, Kris, I need a game plan. And now that game plan is not just real estate, it's also business. So here's what that looks like. I want you to text me the best phone number for my team to call you at. I want you to text me your email. And then I want you to also text me where you're at financially. What have you set aside financially? You might have set aside $10. You might have set aside $10,000. You might have $1 million. So I work with people across the whole gamut. I have some people that are multimillionaires that want to go out and build a monster portfolio. I was just texting yesterday with one of my partners. We bought more than 10 homes last year. And dude, Paul's crushing it out there. But I've got other individuals that are like, Kris, I'm like you, dude. I'm broke, bad credit, starting with nothing. What can I do? What I need you to do is it's honesty that sets you free. So just go ahead and text me your phone, email, and what you have set aside. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually personally get you in touch with a member of my team, one of my coaches. And they're going to say, if Kris were in your shoes, this is exactly what he would do. There are about 50 different game plans. And so rather than taking all 50, which would take me hours, I just customize it, and I want you to just focus on getting the game plan that works for your personal financial situation. By the way, just to reiterate, good credit, bad credit does not matter to me. All right, Alberto, what's up, buddy? Alberto. Hello, Kris, how are you, my friend? First of all, I'm doing super, super well, thank you. How do you feel on private lenders? I have a chance of getting a private loan for up to $300,000 at 1%. However, it feels uncomfortable due to it being a family member. Family rules. I like this one. Dude, let's break this one down for you, my friend. All right. Two things for you, Alberto. Here's the first one. My guess is if you have a chance to get $300,000 from a family member at 1%, that this person likes you. You've got a relationship with them, you've got a rapport with them, and they're basically doing you a favor. I mean, who gives money away for free? 1% is basically free money. So this is someone that likes you. This is someone that believes in you. So before I tell you my rules on family, here's what you need to know. You have got to move that $300,000 into something that produces something much bigger than 1%. For example, the other example I gave was, let's just say that I am earning 25% on my real estate, but of that, let's just say I've got a solid 6% a year that I get handed cash. The rest of it is equity growth, appreciation, tax benefits, discounts, things that you'll get when you sell the property. This 6% is 6 times bigger than 1%, which means if they say, hey, I want 1% monthly, I want 1% paid annually, you can do that. In my personal experience, whatever you borrow at, you should be producing 5 times the return or 4 times the return. For example, if I was borrowing money at 5%, I would only feel comfortable if I was earning 20%. If I was borrowing money at 3%, then I would at least want to be earning 4 times that, 12%. But one of my personal rules is I'll never touch anything that produces less than 20%. If I'm borrowing money at 10%, then that means I need to be doing something earning 40%. Are those harder to find? Yes. By the way, do I like borrowing money at that high of a rate? I like mid-single digits at best. That's just where I'm comfortable at. And so, now Alberto, let's talk about family. Why is your family giving you this money? Is it because you sold them on, I believe in me, I want to start a business? Is it I want to invest in real estate? Here's how you keep things. Now, I want to actually say something important. I have had a really bad experience with family, and I've had some of the very best experiences with family. And I'll give you both examples. And then what I'm going to invite you to do is go to your intuition and explain what that is. My father-in-law was my first partner. When I first started doing real estate, bought my first house, I was young, 23 years old, and he didn't buy his first house till he was 30. And I also said, by the way, I'm not going to be a doctor anymore. And he lived on the other side of the country. So he's like, dude, who is this joke of a kid? And he finds out that he doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. He's in the middle of college, can't think of career, he's buying a house. How does he even know he wants to live here? Dude, this kid is, who married my daughter? Then a year later, I bought my next house, the city over. And he's like, why do you need 2 houses? You guys getting divorced? You get dogs? Like, why do you need 2 houses? He didn't understand this whole investment game I was playing. Then I bought my 3rd house, and he wrote me off as crazy. By the way, you would know because it's your father-in-law as well. True story, would he react this way?
He did react that way.
Oh, he did, because he did the exact same thing. That's Kris Miller, dude. He's the operations officer here in my company. He's a superstar, owns lots of real estate.
And your brother-in-law.
He's my brother-in-law. But when I bought something happened when I was in the process of buying my 4th house. I got stuck. I ran out of money because I kept borrowing money out of the real estate and putting it into new real estate. In Alberta, my father-in-law came to me and said, something is happening here. Why do you keep buying more houses if you could only live in one? And I explained to him this. I explained to him my returns. And based on my returns, you know what he did? He came up with the idea of saying, I'll give you the money, you do the work, and we'll be 50-50. Love that deal. We have done close to 50 deals together. On a monthly basis, he gets paid thousands of dollars from me. He loves it. That's been a really good experience. My younger brother, Nick, dude, we do a lot of business together, and it's always been good. Let me tell you the family members that I have not had a good experience with. It was when I came out of alignment to do something for someone, fulfilled on my promise, but they were not an entrepreneur and they came from a space of lack or scarcity. Family or not, I refuse to work with people that live in fear, scarcity, or don't understand entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship is a mindset that is harder for the average person's stomach. If you want to have more, if you want to have a bigger, better life, you have to be able to stomach a lot more, because all of a sudden the onus is on you for taking care of your financial self. So, Alberto, I don't know if you got an update from Alberto on this scenario, but Alberto, you've already given me your phone number, just drop your email, and I'm gonna have someone from my team walk you through exactly what this looks like. 300 grand, dude, we can go out and buy 70 homes. And by the way, kill it. Every 5 years, doubling 300 grand to 600 grand, 600 grand to 1.2 million to 2.4 million to $5 million. Like for me, if the relationship is good with the family member, it's a yes. It's a home run yes.
Alberto, just the thanks for replying.
Oh, you're welcome, Alberto.
Joe reading another out of order, so that's the first one.
Joe, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? He says, hey, Kris, learned today that individuals affected by COVID-19 can withdraw up to $100,000 from 401ks, as well as personal retirement accounts, IRAs, without paying penalty. This is a great way to help those maximize their potential and increase their portfolio. Brother, Joe, thank you so much for bringing that up. For those of you that don't know, you know, that's right, that video hasn't aired yet. I made a whole video about this. It's like, by the way, let me come into that. Yes! I hate 401ks and IRAs. Liquidate them now. Down with the evil queen and the witch. 401ks and IRAs, I hate them like a beast in the banshee. Mostly, by the way, not because 401ks are evil, but it's that if all of your retirement is single-digit ROI, it only doubles every 12 to 15 years. It's going to double 2 or 3 times in your working life, and that's it. It's not enough money. It's stupid. Don't put your money into something that can't get you what you want. So here are the rules on 401ks and IRAs. You can withdraw that money penalty-free. Hurry and do it before the government retracts that. And then number 2, you don't have to pay taxes on it all up front anymore. You can actually split it over 3 years. Here's what that means. Let's just say that someone wanted to pull out 100 grand. Normally, you pay a 10% penalty, which is 10 grand right down the drain. And then with the other 90 grand you have left, let's say that you are making 100 grand, you add 90 grand, you look at the tax bracket, you're going to pay another 25% on that, and you're going to lose another $22,000. So 22 and 10, you're like, Kris, I just flushed a third, $32,000 down the drain. What is different now? Everything. Now you have no penalty, and on the taxes, it would be basically 33 grand, 33 grand, 33 grand each year. That likely will hardly bump up your bracket at all. Some of you, if you're not even making $70,000, $80,000 a year, you're paying little to no taxes. You throw that on top, and it's very, very minor, which means you get to keep most, and in many cases, all of your retirement funds. And what can you do? Crush it in real estate. Now, with that being said, I would pay tax and penalty all day long to free my money from the beast and actually get it growing for me, because I believe in owning my own financial life. I don't want anyone to have a noose around my neck called a tie. I hardly can wear those on Sunday anymore. I do have a respect. All right, what do we got? Joe Carter. What's up, Joe? How we doing? Hey guys, it's 10:14, so that means we only got time for a couple more questions. Before I answer Joe, here's what I want your takeaway to be. First of all, if you want a custom game plan, and you want to learn how to be making money now during COVID-19 where the opportunities are bigger, text me your name, your number, text me your email address, and then also text me where you're at financially so that we can engage in that conversation and I can have you talk to the right person to at least give you options. I love giving options. Every one of you, if you're enjoying this information right now about how to freaking become your own boss, defy your boss, make your own money, here's what I want you to do. KrisKrohn.com/business secrets. It's my top 4 business hacks plus 25 proven businesses with 50% margins that you can earn 6 figures on. It's going to be hot and sexy. April 30th, 12 Mountain Standard Time, only 400 seats. My guess is with as many of you on here as we have.
160 registered already.
Okay, so 160 have already registered, so you can do the math on that. All right, Joe, what's up, Joe? Joe Pardo here. I like your name. I'm glad to see you. It's hard to get started with the program with little money in the bank account and poor credit. I've got $350 in savings, and I do have a 401k. So, Joe, a couple of things for you. You can tap into your 401k if it is from a previous job. If it's your current employer, you have to go to HR and ask for an in-service distribution and basically say, based on the hardship of COVID-19, I want that money. They'll try to give it to you as a loan with a high interest rate to pay yourself back. Your goal is to see if you can get your money for free, okay? But other than that, Joe, this is also important, dude. You got $350 in the bank, and that doesn't feel like a lot of money. Here's what I want you to do. 2 things in addition. Number 1 is when you text your number and email to my team, I'm going to have them share with you what you can do right now. And then here's everyone's goal. When you're starting with nothing like I did, here was the best advice that I got. By the way, I don't care if you have bad credit. Stop doing the things that make bad credit, because eventually you want to get your credit good again. But here's what you want to do. You want to focus on saving up $1,000. You've got to get good at what we call pay yourself first. This is what I actually want to share with you. This is coming out of my book, so I'm going to give it to you right now. Every one of you needs what I call a financial fleet. Okay? In your fleet, there's you as the person that can only trade time for money. You are the worst person in the fleet to try to get anywhere, because if you were in San Diego and had to get to New York City, you're only allowed to walk by foot and through neighborhoods. It would suck. It would take you lifetimes. You would never get there. So instead, we've got to get some vehicles in the fleet, and I have 3 vehicles that I recommend. This is an armored vehicle, and this is marked security. Get in on this guy. Down here, I have my awesome little profile DeLorean-looking race car, and this guy is all about growth. And then down here, I actually have...
The sound effects, though.
Yeah, the sound effects are awesome, right? This is a little airplane, okay? And this guy is all about contribution. You've got to right now, here's where you're at, buddy. You have got to learn how to save money, which means you got to save more of what you're earning, right? In your life right now, your goal is to save so that you do this, and then you're going to put your money into 3 different vehicles. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to put money in your financial fleet into security. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a live show with you guys just like this again, and I'm going to show you how to earn a guaranteed 4% on a bank account so that your money can actually be in there and you can leverage. Like, I'm going to teach you the most intelligent way to build what I call ultimately peace of mind. Then you're going to take some of your money and you're going to put it into growth. And this is where I'm going to show you how to earn 25% ROI, 100% ROI, and 1,000% ROI. And lastly, contribution. Dude, this is just about give back. And whether you have a lot of money or a little money, Joe, you got $350, go buy someone lunch. Go drop off a sack lunch to the food bank. Like, just Every one of us needs to do something because I promise you, you will arrive at a season in your life where this mattered more than any other achievement. So in your financial fleet, you've got to have your Loomis security vehicle where you are making bank and putting it in the bank. Then you funnel it into your growth vehicles, these are your race cars where you're earning sick ROIs that a boss would never pay you. And lastly, where you can take flight by giving back and making a meaningful contribution. So Joe, get that money saved up so you can start dumping it in your financial fleet. Guys, I'm up for one more question, but that pretty much kind of takes us through the end of the day. We're going to take one more. But listen, if I didn't reach out and respond to your text, give me the day, and I'm committed to getting to you. So thank you so much for being here with me today. Our final question is going to be...
Okay, this was actually coming through the YouTube chat. There's a big debate going on because...
Big debate on the YouTube chat.
Someone said, isn't the real estate bubble about to pop?
Are you guys kidding me right now? Are we really, is that what you're talking about on this side? Where's my, oh my gosh. All right, so instead of being texting live with me, you're on the YouTube chat and you're talking about the bubble. It's gonna pop. Let's talk. Okay, check it out. First of all, let me define what a bubble is. Real estate goes up with time, true or false? True. But it doesn't go up like that. It goes up like this. And what that means is that this is 2008. And during 2008, we had a massive bubble pop. The market came crashing down, and it took years. This period of time down here, this was probably 5 to 7 years. Then the markets, after 7 years, we started seeing construction come back. But guess what happened during the 5 to 7 years before we started building? People were getting their hanky-panky on. They were making babies. We were seeing the population going up and up. When you have a recession, it does not mean that people stop making babies. It means that people stop getting money. They actually have more time, and then they make more babies. So when population goes up, when immigration is there, what happens is we are building up a supply and demand problem. And we're like, oh my gosh, this thing is like getting ready to boil. And at some point, it has to climax. So what happens is the market starts coming up and we start overbuilding more than we actually need. What you can do though is for a bubble to pop, what you need to do is you need to create what is called excess inventory. This is different than the market going down. We're talking about a bubble popping. To have a bubble, you have to have more homes than there is demand. Do we have that right now? No. Did you guys watch my video from last Monday? Check it out. You don't want to watch it again. We are missing 3.3 million homes. We are in a deficit right now. We need more homes. With COVID-19, real estate is like on pause, and if COVID-19 hangs out long enough, the market could drop temporarily a little bit, but here's your insulation. My average purchase price on a home is not $1 million home. When 2008 hit, my multi-million-dollar home cut in half in its value, right? $1 million home then becomes a $500,000 home, a $500,000 becomes a $300,000 home, a $300,000 home becomes a $220,000 home. But when you get under 200 grand below the median, things stop losing their drop. Right now, my average purchase price is right here, $144,000. This, my friend, is the most insulated single-family market, even if a bubble were to pop, but you're wrong. There is no bubble. We don't have the inventory. Fannie and Freddie Mac said it. So if you're wondering, like, oh, is the market going to drop? It's not going to drop. We have never had a market go down that needed more houses than people actually needed. With COVID-19, however, being such a global economy stopper, we could see the market temporarily go down until vaccines are made. Now, by the way, what is the longest that COVID-19 will last? Vaccines take usually 12 to 18 months to produce, 18 months to get it out to the whole world. So what that means is we're 2 months, 3 months into a worst case scenario, 15-month really bad drop. Real estate could pause, real estate could even go down. But guess what? The moment people get back to work, what has to happen? We have to keep producing for our inventory needs. So even though the real estate market can go down, it would not actually be a bubble pop. It would be a reaction to the virus. But that'll be felt in the multi-million-dollar range. That'll be felt in the $1 million range. That'll be felt above the median. That'll be felt on a $500,000 home. Will that be felt on a $100,000 home? No. Will that be felt on a $150,000 home? No. And when I mean no, I mean ever so slight, which means we're just going to keep rocking, we're going to keep on buying, we're going to keep crushing. So, woo! Guys, good questions today. I loved it. Dude, we are going live again next Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Set your alarm right now. By the end of today, Carson, we'll have next week's live topic up. And I'm going to share more hacks on how you go out there and crush it in the world today. Today marks a new day for me. I'm pissed. Last week, I actually broke down and I cried for a moment when I was reflecting on some of my friends who were losing their businesses. And I actually had a moment where I got pissed from what I said, curse you, COVID-19! And I said, I'm going to do something about it. And so I took my buddy who's at risk for losing his job, and in 30 days, I'm going to make him $8,000 in his first month, and then he's going to shoot through the roof. And then guess what? April 30th, I'm getting live with you, and I'm going to be sharing my top 4 business hacks and 25 businesses that have a 50% margin that you can do in your backyard so that you can own your financial life and freaking crush it. I have not been supplying you opportunities for active income. That changes now. COVID-19 got me 2 years ahead of schedule on when I wanted to go here because I've been so focused on real estate. So now I am bringing you both, baby. And it is going to be good. It is going to be hot. It is going to be crazy. It is going to be incredible. So join me on April 30th. Get registered. We already have hundreds of you that have registered from that. And for the rest of you guys, next Thursday, you can find me back here. If you did not text me directly, do it right now. By the end of today, this is my hope/promise. It's a weak, hope-filled promise. I'm going to try to text. Listen, when I go live like this, I get a lot of messages. My goal by midnight tonight is that you and I are dialoguing back and forth, so thank you for your patience. Save my phone number. You can text me anytime you want. Bottom line is financially, let's get you on track for the life of your dreams and the one that you want. And for the rest of you that just want a game plan of what I would do if I were you, I only know how to be a millionaire. So if you want to be a millionaire, text me your name, phone, email, and how much money you got set aside, and I will share with you the smartest, most intelligent path for building that money right now. Okay, my friends, take care. See you later.